22% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
The legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
the legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
the legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
the legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
the legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call a police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done your work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
the legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rate as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call the police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve.
the struggle, the ASIS strike.
You have done their work and put us to the wall. We are not the slaves. I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Good morning and welcome to Africa's Finest Breakfast Show. It's Global Morning on Global Television, and we're excited to be in your living rooms and part of your life. The third day, right? The fourth day, fifth day.
Are you kidding me?
Today's your birthday.
Today's the sixth day.
I know you couldn't miss this.
Don't ever forget.
All right, happy birthday and good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Hi, Anthony. Yes,
Doing
happy
great.
birthday to me. I'm so excited and I'm happy.
All right, so the party's in here.
The party's in here, most definitely. The party's in here. But good morning to each and every one of you. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and yes, it's the 6th of February. And hope you all had a wonderful night rest. And I know I sure did. I did. And of course, waking up to beautiful phone calls, happy birthday wishes.
All right, so it's a happy day today. Today
Yes.
being the 6th day of February 2024. We intend to make your day truly amazing, and we've got some very exciting tidbits we'll be sharing with you across the board. For some persons, not so exciting because they've placed a ban on them, talking about NAFDAC, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control in the country, NAFDAC. The woman in charge there, talking about Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, yesterday did tell us that they were placing a ban on those who manufacture sachet alcoholic beverages. And fast forward 24 hours later, we've got the manufacturers and the blenders, like they call themselves, the Distillers and Blenders Association of Nigeria, saying today they're going to storm the NAFDAC office to protest the ban. And I'm sure they're going to have lots of followers, especially we put into consideration.
A lot of fans,
yeah,
you
in
say.
terms of the road transport workers, I think that's their forte.
That's it.
But funny enough, the irony is the fact that NAFDAC says they're going to work with the road transport workers to ensure that the ban is sustained.
How possible is that?
That's a very, I want to see how that's going to pan out. Are they going to be taking the sachet while enforcing the ban, or how are they going to play?
Really,
Because these are the people that patronize.
Yeah, they do. Fortunately, there's some of these road transport workers. This is their forte, like you say. This is what they buy. You see the women in the bowl with those concussions, and you see the sachet.
Call them the agbo women. That's the Nigerian term.
Traditional herbs, yes, aka the agbo women, and that is what they take to, according to them, to shine their eyes when they are driving.
Trying to start to work for the day.
Exactly. So I think this is going to be a really hard nut to crack, because these individuals forget, not looking at how little you think they are when it comes to road transport. They really have an impact in our society. So let's just see how this plays out.
I think it just reminds me of these other modular refineries, those who refine crude oil in the crude way. I think rather than just push them out of business completely, because it's going to be hard, it's going to cost lots of livelihood. Just get them together and try to, maybe give them guidelines on how to, go about this production they are doing, rather than say you're going to give a total ban, because it's going to cost lots of loss of job, and these persons who have been engaged, those who manufacture it in those different small scale, those who go to do the marketing and sale of it, those jobs they have created for those people. If you take those jobs from them, their source of livelihood, they're going to turn into crime, and we're trying to reduce the crime rate. So I think NAFDAC is, yes, they are right to an extent, but I think the way they're going about it is totally wrong. Probably
totally wrong.
Get them together, give them guidelines. This is how we want you
to manufacture,
so you have to
more hygienic and all of that,
rather than just say and it's going to be really difficult, because the people you are saying you're going to work with are the people who are the major customers. So
Yes.
I think they have to rethink that strategy.
They really do. And then just to add to what you're saying, the sachet is more affordable. It's easier
That's
to
another-
buy.
that's another-
It's better to just buy it and then just put it at the side of your mouth and don't mind me. Yeah, but that's what we see, especially in Lagos.
Yeah.
You've been to Lagos,
Yes.
and when you're driving in traffic, you see these motorists. They just buy the sachet, they just put it at the side of the mouth.
And it's really dangerous because
It's so dangerous.
It's wrong. Drinking and driving, it's a wrong thing. But so I think if they just have to look for a better way to get this.
But
sorted out.
Anthony, if you look at it in another way now, isn't it better in that small quantity than the bottle?
Because I'm going to get so drunk.
Because although these people are used to this sort of, they tell you, but if I don't take this, how my eye go take shine?
And I think whether they should just regulate it, probably reduce the quantity.
Yes.
If they think they're trying to help, because the funny thing, NAFDAC didn't say they're trying to even reduce road accident. That's why they're banning it. So they're not giving us any
reason. Exactly.
It's more like the production, or maybe the big boys who produce up there are saying, okay, these guys are stopping our business from growing, so let's use NAFDAC and quash them. So
but the
I
truth
think it's not fair.
Truly, and no one can it's not everyone that can afford the big bottles when it comes to thousands of naira. With your 400, 300 naira, you're good to go.
So I think NAFDAC has to get this right so that the protest doesn't turn nasty in Lagos and across the states. All right, some other big news coming out. Just to let you know, okay, I can. Let me put it aside a little bit of sport aside a little bit. Let's just talk about the power grid. Last week and a week before then, we experienced some blackout across the country,
yes,
but due to the shutdown of some substations. But TCN has come out to tell us that the national power grid is better now, stabilized at 3,000 megawatts, which is okay, not the best, but better than nothing. We can do with it. So I think that's kudos to the transmission company of Nigeria.
Yes.
It can be sustained. It's very important to sustain it.
It can be.
All right, you were talking about the Cancer Day yesterday, how big cancer is, International Day. Of course. Means how relevant it is.
Yeah, it's relevant, creating awareness on cancer, because most people are living with cancer and they do not know. So regular checkups and those that have survived cancer coming out to tell you, hey, for people that have said cancer is a deadly disease, individuals have come out to say they have gone for surgery, they did not die. There's something called chemotherapy that you can actually go through and you can be cancer free. So there is hope. So creating awareness when it comes to cancer, so it's very important. Okay.
All right, still talking about cancer, let's also let you know one man has got cancer. Cancer is not just for the young people or those in Nigeria. Let's let you know that well-wishers prayed for quick recovery for King Charles III on Monday following the King's cancer diagnosis. The King was diagnosed with a form of cancer and had begun treatment. Buckingham Palace said in a statement on Monday, just a week after he was discharged from hospital for prostate surgery. The palace also stated that doctors had advised the King to postpone public-facing duties but would undertake official paperwork. His Majesty commenced a schedule of regular treatment, during which time he has been advised to postpone. So it just tells you how serious cancer is.
Yes, it is.
The fact that also report tells us that United States President Joe Biden said he was concerned about the King, telling the press that he had only just heard about the British monarch's cancer diagnosis. Former President Donald Trump, the likely Republican nominee in the November U.S. elections, also wrote on his Truth Social network that the King was a wonderful man and that we all pray that he has fast and full recovery. So it just tells you how serious cancer is and how expensive also it is. I think that's one of the reasons why people are saying the federal government should do more to get more cancer treatment centers. We remember the one Obasanjo started, but after he left office, abandoned.
Exactly, and we didn't really hear much about it. So it's better. It takes the media mostly, and of course government need to create more awareness when it comes to cancer, because it's if not properly checked,
very deadly.
It can lead to death. It has killed a lot of people, individuals, and most people do not have a clue what the detriment cancer can do.
I think they said 78,000 persons are lost every year annually due to cancer.
Yes.
So it tells you how
dangerous it is.
Dangerous.
And for some people that do not even understand that once there's a problem with the breast or you have issues, you need to go get yourself checked. It's very important. There's so many cancers, cervical cancer, which has to do with the inner part of a woman. We need to check the breast, prostate cancer, exactly. So it's very important that we create this awareness that it is immune in both men and women. So you need to get yourself checked. And of course, just to deviate a bit, you know, today's February 6th, and today in the United Nations calendar, it is International Day for Zero Tolerance of Female Genital Mutilation.
What a day to fall in.
What a day to fall on the 6th, right?
But, you know, there's something controversial about that female genital mutilation issue. For some tribes,
zero tolerance.
Yeah, but some tribe, they tell you that if they don't do that XYZ, the woman gets promiscuous, which has not been proven. Science has not backed that analogy. So that's why we would support the United Nations zero tolerance on it, and so we are urging communities in Delta State where it's been Edo State and some other parts of northern region where it's still practiced, that it's wrong. It's cruelty to human beings, thinking that you have to cut some part of a
sensitive part of a woman,
because that's where the fun is. So I think it's very wrong. All right, let's move on to next talking point. Don't look that way. Let's talk sports now. Let's tell you that the winners of the African Cup of Nations $7 million. It's large money. Now, I think let's put on our boots.
Don't mislead the public.
Let's go play football now.
Of course, I will beat you to football.
All right,
I'll try my best.
We already know that the Super Eagles have secured $3 billion already by just qualifying for the semi-finals.
Yes, they have.
So what it means, if your darling Super Eagles win the finals, especially with that man on blue jersey not in the team, we are likely to get $7 billion into Nigeria's coffers, and that's a huge amount of money.
That's a lot of money.
But these boys are playing not just for the $7 billion, but they're playing for the pride of 200 million Nigerians, for the love, for the passion, for the green, white, green jersey they wear, for the love of the country.
And remember Okoroji.
Samuel Okoroji. Yes. They're also playing for Samuel Okoroji.
And I'm sure he's in heaven looking down, and he's so proud of the Nigerians.
And
look at Victor Osimhen.
Yeah, they're also playing for the young stars across Nigeria. And Victor Osimhen, someone is saying hi to you.
And then Lukman was the one that scored that one of the goals.
Lukman. You know the good thing about Lukman's story, he played for the British, that's the English team, Gino team, and at a point he now decided to switch allegiance to his country, his father's, where his father is from. And the father, like said yesterday, he's super proud of the son. You know how it feels like when your son is the one carrying your nation to the next stage. So everybody's talking about his son, so he's super proud.
And that was
Simon there. So we're truly proud of the Super Eagles, and we wish them all the best. Tomorrow they're going to be in action against the Bafana of South Africa, and we know the Eagles will surely fly.
You know, you heard about the article that came out about South Africa, about the jollof rice. We shouldn't feel. Did you read that?
No, I didn't. Give us first. I tried to say that jollof rice is nice too.
I don't know, but they were like, they said a lot of things, and I just couldn't help myself from laughing when I read that post. But I said to my family friend, "Are you sure about this?" And he said, "You know, I'm a football fan, and I don't take such things for granted." And I have to send this to you. He says, "High Commission of the Federal Republic of Nigeria." I just laughed. So, advisory of Safe Council for Nigerians in South Africa before, during, and after 2024 AFCON match between Super Eagles and Bafana. It was a lot of things that were here, and I was laughing so hard.
Plan is to use jollof rice to catch us. All right, Super Eagles, make sure you get this jollof rice.
Don't you eat jollof rice?
Oh boy, that's what. There's a woman who actually made me more addicted to jollof rice recently, and I eat it like
Oh.
Anytime I go, when you go for lunch and they ask you, what do you want, jollof rice or
fried rice? It's always
just
jollof rice.
Yeah, so,
Party jollof rice.
Oh boy. So, okay, so good stories are coming out just to lighten up your morning and just to let you know that, especially for parents who do not want their kids to play football, you have to allow them play football. Lots of money in that game, and you could become a super mom, super agent, super dad, like Messi's father, who has he doesn't need to work for the rest of his life.
He doesn't.
So
he doesn't need
it tells
to.
you, and I know your kids are. I've spotted. Kids are always very good when they love football. Support them because
encourage
that's
them.
Yeah.
Try to play with
something
them.
they love. Yeah. All right. Fresh move by CBN to float Naira sparks concern in Nigeria's forex market is one of the big stories we are seeing. This morning coming out from one of the national dailies, so we'll be looking at what that means. Then also we've got Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, is in the news also, has assured that hard times Nigerians face will soon end with the right policies of her husband, so to say, President Bola Tinubu. The president gave the assurance on Monday at a State House meeting. And so let's see if, because we just expect that as a first lady and as a mom, she knows what families are going through, and we hope she's giving the president the right advice and reminding him what Nigerians are going through.
And still talking about what Nigerians are going through. Yesterday there was a protest in Mina over the high cost of living. So individuals have decided to come out to say, hey, okay, enough is enough. We cannot. It's not easy. Like now, you go to the market and the prices it's topsy-turvy right now. You rise at the rate of 70,000 naira per bag, and if you're going to get something that it's manageable, it's up to 40 to 50,000 naira, and definitely there'll be stones in there. So we do not know where we're headed to. So that's why the protest in Mina, it's very important. So I pray this governance have seen that and make cost of living a bit pleasurable for Nigerians, really.
All right, we got an economist yesterday, mobile money expert in the person of Issa Lishata, saying that one of the key ways they can actually drive these prices down is by bringing down the fuel prices. If it comes down, then naturally other things we slow down. So I think the federal government can do us much favor. At times you get confused if this subsidy removal is a good thing or a bad thing. It's taking forever for changes to come.
And usually everyone is looking forward for the minimum wage. Everyone is looking forward, but at the same time, be prepared that once the minimum wage is increased, of course, prices of goods will actually go up on the hike. So let's all be prepared. So I just pray there's something done about it as soon as possible, because we do not know whether it's a blessing anymore or it's a curse now.
All right, let's make sure that at least we're sure of this, even though we're not sure of we're sure that there's something tasty. Taste and texture is guaranteed. So let's have some taste and texture, and then when we come back, the program continues with all the goodies.
Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
Gote acha is another comfort food you love to prepare at any time of the day. It's simple to make and it's called by different names such as pete acha, fonio, gote, or hungry man rice. Hello and welcome to another delicious episode on Taste and Texture. I'm Fatimi Abba Umar. Gote acha is very healthy and packed with lots of nutritious vegetables and grains. It has its unique taste, savory, sour, tangy, and wonderful taste that comes from different combinations of different ingredients and vegetables. Gote acha recipe traditionally is quite easy and simple to prepare. The traditional people cook this with just vegetable, basically with yakwa, sorrel leaves, and bitter garden egg. But you could upgrade this recipe by adding your preferred seasoning, meat, and other healthy ingredients. The ingredients needed are cartilage, biscuit bones, fish or meat, or use all. 1 tin milk cup of acha, 4 new greens, 4 ripe tomatoes, 4 medium-sized dice, fresh garden eggs, 4 medium-sized dice, cabbage, half of the ball shredded, raw peanuts, 1 cup, spinach, spring onions, yakwa, sorrel, green, amaranth. Use 3 different leaves such as spring onions, yakwa, and green. 1 bulb onion, 2 tablespoons groundnut oil, 1 big spoon optional, 1 tablespoon ground crayfish, 2 seasoning cubes, 3 Scotch bonnet peppers, salt to taste. A little traditional spices can be added, okpe, daddawa. And now let's make it. Wash acha greens severally to remove sand and then keep aside. Season the meat cartilage with 1 Maggi, onions, pepper and salt and cook until it's soft. Add 2 cups of water to the meat and bring to boil, or enough to cook the quantity of acha you have. Add the coarsely broken peanuts, granules, garden egg and tomatoes and cook for 10 minutes. Add the washed acha, onion, crayfish, 1 Maggi and stir with the spatula so it doesn't clump together. Stir the porridge for about 5 minutes and taste for salt and pepper. Then cover and leave to cook for another 5 minutes while stirring occasionally. Once gote acha has thickened and has become soft, add the shredded cabbage, stir and cook till for like 2 minutes. Add another vegetable, green amaranth, yakwa, sorrel and the spring onions and stir. Don't overcook the vegetables. Stir it properly. Cook gote acha for 3 minutes and then take it off the stove. Serve warm and enjoy your tasty, appetizing gote. And now to the health benefit. Gluten-free. It's naturally gluten-free, thus it's safe for people with gluten sensitivity or celiac diseases. Gluten-sensitive individuals may experience abdominal discomfort and tiredness when they eat foods that contain gluten. A group of proteins found in wheat, barley and rye. Gluten presents the same symptoms as gluten sensitivity but also damages the small intestine. May aid blood sugar management. It contains resistant starch which resists digestion and absorption in your small intestine. Resistant starches have many health benefits and may play a role in increasing insulin sensitivity. And that's all for now. See you same time next time for another luscious episode on Taste and Texture. I remain your host, Fatimi Abu Umar.
All right, I think I'm full. I like that food. Acha pudding. If you lived in Jos or probably northern region, you would eat a lot of acha, and there are different types. This one that has chicken with all the condiments. It's really nice. It's filling. It makes you feel. And you get fresher, you know. It's okay. I can see like the disgust in your face.
No.
It's
That's
really nice.
No. The thing is, that's why we're Nigerians. We all have to try different delicacies. It's just like introducing you to banga. Okay,
I'm from the south side.
From the south, so you understand what banga is like.
Banga.
Okay,
this starch, you know,
this
it's dried like this.
I eat.
Really nice.
Really nice, yeah, I know. So I try all of these, like the black soup, like the begiri and the wedu.
Oh boy, with amala.
With amala, or the lafu, or all of these.
Lafu, never heard of that.
Lafu is just like the white amala, yes, and the thing is, that's why we're all one when it comes to being like a Nigerian. Exactly, like Oje, exactly. The people in Lokoja. And the truth is, your delicacies, or from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west, it doesn't matter. I am a fan of Oha soup. I love Oha soup.
Oh boy,
it's so delicious. So it only shows why we should. We're different, but in a way, our recipes we're linked because our recipes actually complement one another.
True. And oh boy, now you're making me really hungry.
Okay, no, you like food generally, so it's okay. We understand you.
All right, we like good food. All right, it's time for Global AM News, where you get all the big stories making the rounds.
Yes, you do.
She's going to do us the honors.
Stay tuned and do not go anywhere.